Dun, 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 dun. From miracle creams to injectables to lasers and supplements, we are constantly told we can turn back the clock. If I could turn.
Don't, we're gonna buy it now.
But listen, what works and what is just clever marketing? Because I'll be honest, I was watching the Actors Awards last night. There were some faces that looked very fresh.
I have a question about this too. Okay, today we're breaking down the myths, a lot of myths, versus the facts and anti-aging treatments. Dr. Robert Finney is here to help us understand what's worth the splurge and what's not. He put on his lab coat.
He sure did.
Gotta look professional.
Serious.
Dr. Finney, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Better that you're here. I have a lot of questions.
All right.
I want to bridge off of what Marisol just said,
Yeah.
because you do. You're watching. I mean, people are saying that Jim Carrey used an impersonator for his acceptance of the Caesar Awards. Like there is a variety of people out there that you're like, is this really that person?
Yeah.
Are they just getting crazy treatments on their face?
I think a lot of people are. I think that's why filler is kind of fallen out of fame. There are a lot of bad injectors, right? You got people with blocks hanging off their cheeks, and I think that's been in the news recently. A lot of male actors with anterior cheek projection, just getting too much filler, looking unnatural. Now he's good.
But don't they have friends? Like, don't they have somebody like?
No.
Not when you get to that level, right?
Like, tell them. Be like,
they have yes people around them. I guess. I don't know.
Exactly.
And there's also perception drifts. Once you start injecting, your perception of your own face starts to change, and then you start to chase things, and you really need an injector or somebody who can tell you no when you're getting a little bit off base.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, slippery slope.
And if you're going to get Botox at a place that you can get gas, donuts, and a rope chain, chances are you're not at the right place.
I love efficiency, but that's
right. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I myself included, I look at social media and I'm like, oh, shucks, if only. Okay, so what works, what doesn't work, how do we determine?
I think it's tough. A board-certified dermatologist is going to be paramount, to assess your skin type and help guide you, to pick the ingredients and the routine that you need. With doing it on your own, if you don't have access to that, you kind of have to assess your own skin type.
Yeah.
Are you sensitive? Are you combination? Are you dry? Are you oily and acne prone? But what is your goal, right? And then you got to look at ingredients, all right? So don't fall for all the marketing. Somebody promises you the world, skin tightening, with one treatment. Run away, right? But look for the ingredients. But just as important as the ingredients, the formulation. It really matters. All of those other listed, ingredients on the back there, they really matter. If the formulation is not good and that cosmetic chemist has not picked the appropriate mix, the active ingredient might actually be inactive or create more irritation on your skin.
I went to buy a vitamin C serum. Vitamin C was like the 14th thing listed in.
That's not always that important, right? Because the right concentration is key, but vitamin C is a very fickle compound. So what I tell people with those, when you're bargain shopping, you need to make sure that that vitamin C does not change color or texture, because it frequently oxidizes it the second you expose it to air. So
we're going to run down some ingredients. Tell us if it's fact or fiction, myth or truth?
Myth or fact, yeah.
Retinol.
Retinol.
You can't use retinol in the summer.
You can. That is a myth.
You
That is
can.
a myth, yes. You can use retinol year-round, and most people that are using it for anti-aging reasons, right? The number one cause of UV damage and signs of aging, the sun.
Is the sun. What is retinol for folks who are unclear of what retinol is?
It's a form of vitamin A that helps to build collagen in our skin. It thickens, it smooths out lines and wrinkles, it helps fight hyperpigmentation. It can actually help fight off skin cancer with consistent use, and it does a lot of good things, including treat acne. So it is a Swiss Army knife. The one drawback, it can cause dryness and irritation. So it has to be combined in your skincare routine appropriately with the other products to restore the barrier. So
I just rub a little banana pudding on my face.
do you moisturize after?
No, just banana pudding.
Just
go
a little
in the
bit?
sun and just have a little
sprinkle?
From Magnolia. It has to be from Magnolia though. Very good banana pudding. Yes, go ahead. You go ahead. You have the card.
Fact or fiction? Retinol thins your skin.
Couldn't be further from the truth. That is definitely a myth. It actually builds collagen. That's how it staves off lines and wrinkles, improves them. It thickens that deeper layer of skin. It does increase cell turnover, so that might be where the confusion is. That dry, dead skin layer at the top, you're going to get rid of a few of those dead cells anyway, which will give you a nice glowing appearance. But I think that's where the myth comes in, and people get confused.
I had a bird poop facial once. Midtown.
How'd that go for you?
It's interesting.
Okay.
It was interesting.
Made you look 10 years
Because it
younger.
exfoliates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
serious.
bet. It's a little gritty in New York, right?
It's available.
Yeah.
And it's you can just free. Just look up.
Just look up.
Next up, myth or fact, applying collagen creams is the best way to replenish lost collagen in your skin.
Myth, again.
Amazing.
Topical collagen, it's not from a human source, animal or plant-based, whatever they get. That's going to be formulated a little bit different than our own collagen that we make. It's also too large a particle. It's not going to penetrate in. It can get hydrolyzed by your body and help a little bit with moisturization. If you take it orally, it also gets broken down in your gut. So there's no great evidence that oral supplements do a lot, that those building blocks get back to your skin and make more. What you really need to look are for ingredients that signal your own inherent collagen production, like retinol, like we just talked about. For people with sensitive skin, bakuchiol is another buzzy one that has been more popular lately. There are certain peptides and growth factors. You got to be careful in that market.
Well, speaking of, that's another question we have.
Yeah.
Peptides work instantly to tighten skin, like topical Botox. Myth or fact?
Myth.
Ooh.
Nothing instantly tightens. Skincare is a slow game. You have to be consistent for a series of months before you see real change. Otherwise, you're never going to get rid of lasers, actual Botox, things that more significantly improve your skin and the signs of aging. But a good skincare routine, it's not always sexy, but if you took good care of half your face and not good care of the other half your face over a 5-year period, you would really see the change. That's tough to sell somebody,
Yeah.
so they do a great job marketing these products.
Miracle
but
in a bottle
yeah,
is not miracle in a bottle.
not actually.
Last one, myth or fact, laser treatments are primarily used to correct and reduce wrinkles.
They are definitely primarily used for that. That is a common reason why people come in. That being said, luckily we do have other devices to target other concerns like hyperpigmentation, sunspots, broken blood vessels. And the best combination is if you actually use multiple devices on the same day. That's where your dermatologist can really help you out to combine your downtime all into one. You're in New York, right? You're on air. You don't have a lot of time to be going to your dermatologist's office and every month getting a treatment done. But these treatments can be very impactful. And if used with a good skincare routine, you can age gracefully.
Just to clarify, we have plenty of time.
Oh, well, in that case, come on over to
This is
Hudson
it.
Square.
Like, it's just it, and then we go. We're
Go right
free.
from here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Get a
We'll
nice
see you-
coffee
we'll-
shop by the office.
We'll see you in
That's
20.
Yeah. All right.
Dr.
Thank you,
Finney.
Doctor, very much.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you.
Very, very informative. For more skincare and dermatological information, you can follow the doctor on Instagram at Robert Finney, 2 N's EYMD.